Hello everybody, welcome back to a new Transformers toy review. I'm Diaclone and this is Transformers Studio Series Perceptor with Ratbat and Ramhorn. Now this is an exclusive Target toy. Now he sold out on the pre-order, but I believe he's available and he's been pretty easy to find at Target right now. So I think getting your hands on this figure is pretty easy. I've seen it online on the stock for Target online website. I know they have it online, so I mean, if you can't find it in the store, I'm sure you can order it online right now, so it should be pretty easy to fix. I mean, not to fix, but to get the figure. Now the first thing is, should I get this pack? Is it worth the $30 deluxe figure? Now before I get into the toy review, which is going to be really quick, I think personally, if you skipped on the regular Studio Series, the first Studio Series of the Perceptor figure, if you skipped on that one, I believe you should get it. You should get this figure. Now, if you did get that Studio Series figure, then I think it comes to preference. I'm not sure if you should get it, because the only important about this pack is that you get the Ramhorn and you get the Ratbat. Which Ratbat looks really nice. I think he looks wonderful, by the way. And another thing is, if you don't have Perceptor, and like my situation right now is, I have this guy. This is the Studio Series Perceptor, but it's the Generation Selects, the Magnificus, which I just did a toy review on it, which is basically the old Perceptor figure. If you have this figure, but I never got the regular Studio Series figure, then I do recommend this pack. It's, together they look really nice, and it's a really good way to get Perceptor right now. I know hit the regular Perceptor, it's not going for crazy price, the older version, but you do get these little cassettes, which are pretty good. They're really nice. I do like them. So let's just move the cassettes. There's a little dust right here. Let's just move these cassettes to the side and take a look at Perceptor. Here is the Magnificus. We're going to compare them real quick. Now, if we get them close enough, the chest, obviously, on the original one, I believe this was clear plastic, if I'm not wrong. Obviously, there's the Autobot symbol on this one, because this one's kind of a Decepticon. But the molding, essentially, on the front is kind of the same. We get down to the legs, it's essentially the same. The arms are the same. The head, obviously, is kind of the same mold, just different faceplate and stuff like that. The painting does look a little nice on this figure. Ooh, I'll just put this aside. The painting on this head sculpt looks really nice, though. I really like that little nice gray, blue, and yellow on it. It does really look good on that. So it's pretty good. You have nice. This silver on it looks really nice. The blue, I like the gloss. The I don't know what kind of blue it is, but it's like a little. I don't want to say vintage, but I do like the painting on it. It looks a little more vibrant than the other one. I don't own the other one, but it looks a little better, I believe, in my opinion. Now for the back is where the difference comes in. Obviously, the back is. I do prefer this back. I do like this because when it would transform, you have this nasty hollow side right here, which was kind of annoying considering that these are Studio Series figures, and you kind of expect really good figures from them. So I kind of thought it was kind of dumb, unless they were charging me $2 more for this piece on this one right now. So other than that, it's essentially the same figure. The only difference you're getting is this back piece and the paint job on it. So compare from the old but the old Studio Series Perceptor, essentially the difference is the painting and the back piece. That's all there is to it. The articulation on this figure is the same. I'm gonna just lift it so I can show the better articulation on the head. You do have a 360 on the head, like that. It goes up and down. Arms are on a ball joint, so they do 360. You got bend on the arm, swivel on the arm, and there's no wrist swivel or anything like that, which is pretty good. Same thing on the other side, 360, bend, and swivel. So, pretty solid. And then the legs, they can go out that much, obviously due to transformation, like that. And then you can also have this little bend due to transformation, again. And then you have this bend on the knee, which is still pretty good. And then you have an ankle tilted, which is still really nice. The legs can go back that much, they can go out that much. So the legs are pretty posable on this figure, so this is really good. I do like it. Now, one thing I do want to say is, if you own the old Studio Series Perceptor, these are really easy to bend. So I don't know if they fixed that. They like bend really easy. Like sometimes I'll be with this figure and it just kind of like bends. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Well, it looks like it's only the right leg. That thing is like wobbly. This one kind of has a little stop to it, but this one has that. So let's check on this figure. Yeah, this one's pretty good. There's like more solid to it. So I don't know if I broke a piece on this one or something, but when it kind of goes back, it's really easy. And this one is pretty good actually. There's like something holding it. So I probably broke some of it. I don't know. But oh well. Now transformation for this figure is very simple and it's the same thing. So we're just gonna move this out of the way. First thing, we're gonna open the tab right here. I'm gonna bring down the head, bring this up. Then we're gonna bring this just like that, kind of out of the way. And then this whole section is just gonna, we're gonna bring down the arms first actually. I'm gonna take this gun off, put it to the side, bring down the arms. Then we're gonna bring this out. We're gonna bring the other side out. And then we're gonna have this whole section here, just like that. And then we're gonna rotate these, bring the hands in, just kind of collapse that in there, push that in there. And then we're gonna rotate this piece again, just collapse that in there, kind of tabs in there, push it in tight, nice and tight. And then we're gonna bring the legs, bring them out, and then they will fold on the little hinge on the side. Same thing on the other side. Bring that down. There we have that. And then we just gotta bring the whole chest right here down, just like that. And it's kind of cool how like you have the Autobot symbol here, and then as soon as you take this out, you have the other Autobot symbol there. So I thought that was kind of cool because I don't think the Decepticon one has it, or this one. Yeah, see? So I don't know if the original Studio Series does, but this one does. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is Transformers Studio Series. He looks great. This is the microscope. Here we have the Magnificus transform into a microscope. Now, I do love the black and the clear plastic on this guy. This one, when I skipped on the original Studio Series, but when I saw this guy, I really had to get this one. I don't know, I just like the whole painting on it. It looks pretty cool, you know. But here's the difference. This one has the clear plastic. I believe the original Studio Series does. Here's on the side. And here is the back. I really love what they did with the back. I don't know why they did it like that the first time. I don't know if it was budget or what was wrong with their heads. But this looks a lot better. This is nicer. I do love the back. I don't like this. It doesn't really bug me because you have it facing like that, but other than that, it is what it is. But yeah, now I'm gonna put this a little bit to the back. Oh, actually, I'm lying. There is a secret mode. I know everybody knows it. If you own a Studio Series Perceptor, then you should know. You're gonna see the turrets, turn the legs, and you're gonna peg these on the side. These pegs right here. And then I'm trying to... And then it kind of turns into a tank, which I really think it's cool. It looks weird with this piece, but other than that, it still looks like a good tank. Same thing on the other side. You're gonna close this, and then you're just gonna do the turrets. Now, for some reason, on my piece, these tabs are like, I don't know if they're like super fat or what, or like if they're like not clear or anything like that. They do have trouble pegging in on mine. So let me see if I can do this better like that. What the hell? Like that. So I pegged them in, but they don't really go in. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what's happening on this figure. But that is a thing, so... I can't really pull off that nice tank. Not even nice tank, but kind of funny looking tank out of it. So, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know, I still have this nice black and silver tank, so that's good. Now, let's take a look at the guys over here, the cassette players. Let's take this out of the way. And obviously, we can put his... Ooh, my little door right here. And then we can just put his gun here on the side. Just like that. Now take a look at Ramhorn. Ramhorn is chubby and funny looking. Sadly, my copy has this little scratch. Other than that, the head looks a little funny. I thought the eye was right here on the screw, but the eye is actually here. And then you turn it around. You do have some nice detail right here with the cassette and the Autobot symbol. Other than that, you have a nice little tail, and then right here you have these pieces, and then these, and then stuff like that. So it's not that bad, but it's still cool. Now for Ratbat, it's essentially the same figure, kinda, in a way. I believe the head sculpt is different, but I do love the painting on it. I really do, and then I do like how these pieces kind of, I don't know, they just give Ratbat a little more depth into it as how he should look like. Compare like just this. This thing looks so bad. So I just think he looks better with this. Just a little thingy. Which kind of sucks because they should have done that since the beginning. Trying to put it in. That's what she said. Sorry. It's a habit. But anyways, I do see a little Decepticon symbol right there. Some really nice detail on it. You know, detail right here, detail right here. I do have... Give me 1 second. Now, it's not the same, but I do have this guy. This guy is the one that came with the other guys from the Walmart exclusive, the Transformers Star Seekers. Now there is the head sculpt is different, that's for sure. The detail's kind of the same, so there's not a lot of big difference. I'm sure you can still do the little thing right here. You can just untap this and then just kind of like take this off. This piece sucks because it moves. So then, there we go. So this looks pretty cool, but we know this is not Ratbat, so just kind of take this off. Put that to the side. So this is basically it. And then his transformation is still the same, just like as the other guys. All those Ratbat molds, you know, you just bring the head right, push it back, bring the legs in, you just kind of bring this down, and then you just kind of fold this. Boop, boop, boop. And then I have my sound wave. Just gonna open that, and that just jumps out. I do wish there was more color on here. maybe some gold or something. He's just pale, like purple, and that's it. So I wish he had more painting over here, just so you can have something like this. But you know, I thought he would have some painting since he is an exclusive figure, kinda, in a way. Not really, maybe a little bit. Oh, you don't want to go in? Come on. There we go. And that does look pretty cool, but like I said, I wish he had a little more painting on it. Considering that he's an exclusive figure. Target exclusive, I guess. I don't know. So, that looks pretty cool for Soundwave. Now, for the transformation on Ramhorn, I do need to compare him next to Steeljaw. Steeljaw is right here. They do look a little funky and weird, but we finally got them, you know. Since Blaster is a Voyager class, you don't really need these guys to be bigger, you know. They are small and their articulation kind of sucks. Their legs are literally just move front and back, so that's pretty much it. And then that's all you get. So his transformation is pretty simple. You do have to unpeg these side guns that he has, which are pretty cool. And I thought it was pretty smart, considering that Ravage kind of sucked with his guns on the side. They don't really look cool. I hope we do get that new Transformers Studio Series Soundwave. I hope it comes with Ravage and Laserbeak, new molds, new Studio Series figures, at least a little better than the War for Cybertron ones. So like I said, you take off these pieces, and then this just kind of comes down, because these pieces hold it together. But once you kind of take them off, just like that, it can kind of just come down, just like that. So that's pretty much it for him. And then all you got to do is just bring the head. We're going to fold the head back down, just like that. And then we're going to open these sections out like that. And then I believe it's this one, and then that one. It's the back leg, and then the front leg. And then you have it. Now, he's pretty cool. He has a little more... I do like how these are the cassette pieces, compared to this guy. It's just the screws. So, I would have loved that instead of screws on this guy, and more painting on this guy as a cassette. And then I forgot to bring the little horn right here, for Ramhorn. That's pretty much it. And then you can do is use the weapons from whatever they have that become their pieces when they're in robot mode. You can use them as guns and tools for this guy, which is cool, I guess. You know, I do glad that this is freaking Studio Series, because if this was Legacy Evo Fusion, this would have been like, you know, Hasbro really gives you pieces and then puts you to put them together, so they could have been like, you know, giving you something like this. You can actually do this. Do this monstrosity of pieces right here, and then just kind of clip it here. And then I don't know what this is, but that's Evo Fusion right there. So that's Hasbro for you with their Evo Fusion. I do have Twin Cast, I believe. I do have Studio Series Blaster, but he is in a shelf. So I got this guy at Ross for $15, I believe. Pretty good sell. And then we're just gonna put this in there. And then he does go in pretty good, actually. So there you go. Does Ratbat fit in here? I think he does. I don't think he does, actually. Yeah, no, he doesn't. I don't think he does. Oh, actually, yeah. Actually, no. I'm not even gonna break it. So, yeah. This is... Oh, this is not part of him. So then we can just put his gun like that. And this is Evo Fusion right here from Studio Series. I don't know, that looks just weird, but it's a big sound system surround with missiles facing down in case he gets attacked from the bottom. So that's the thing. And then we can just kind of just put this right here with his little cassettes right here. He can be like Blaster, you know, and Soundwave. But yeah, overall this figure is great. Perceptor is a great figure. He's kind of basic, not basic, but he's simple in a way that his transformation and robot mode is very articulated, and it's a very good fun transformation with a secret tank mode, which is funny. Mine doesn't work, by the way, but overall this figure works great. I do like the mold. The painting is great. I do recommend this figure if you do not own any Studio Series Perceptor, because you're also getting these two cassettes, which they're not the best, but I mean, hey, I'd rather pay maybe what I will pay a Deluxe plus shipping with extra stuff than just a regular Studio Series by itself, you know? And then I also do recommend this guy if you only have Magnificus, which is also a great figure, so you can have the other one. I know they're repaints and just the retail on the head and little minor differences like the back right here. But overall, this figure is great. I've seen him really overpriced already, but I know he's on stores on Target and online. I found it on my local Target last time. You can also do pickup and delivery, so please do not pay overpriced for this figure. There's no reason why you should be paying $50 for this guy. You know, it's just crazy out there with the freaking outsellers, you know. I saw Studio Series 86 on Facebook Marketplace for Studio Series Long Haul and Hook for $200, which is I don't know what to say. But yeah, overall this figure is great. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.